Well, today we're going to explore the brand new paper collection from hot off the press called Botanical Library. And this is a unique collection, so just really do want you to stay tuned. You can do things like this, just a beautiful card, as you can see. So won't you please come play with us? Well, before we get into the projects, I just want to go over what this collection has. So Botanical Library, you can think about large botanicals and kind of library cards, but very vintage looking. Now, this is the 12 by 12 pattern, 12 sheets, double-sided. There are 124 cutouts. 124, that's right. And on the back of it, there are ideas, because this is hot off the press, you would expect that. So that's number one. Then to coordinate with that, of course, we have the Botanical Library solid cardstock. Again, 12 sheets, double-sided, and you're going to get 12 colors. So that's really nice because you're going to get shades of colors, as you can kind of see right here. So that's the second. Then we have the 6 by 6, which is the same designs. However, you're going to get 4 of each sheet. You're going to get 248 cutouts. Oh my goodness. Well, that should take care of you for a while. Then we've got the die cuts. Now, the die cuts, there are 31, as is typical for us. And again, all of these packages have ideas on the back to kind of kickstart your creativity. The next is our chipboard. Our chipboard, and this time has 12 designs, and what's really wonderful is the fine lines that are in the chipboard that just make the coloring beautiful. I'll show you some examples. Then we have the cutting dies, and there are 22 of them. This vase appears in much of the art, so we've added that with the cutting dies and lots of flowers, leaves, and ways that you can embellish them. Again, there's an idea right there. So before we go any further, we're going to share a scrapbook page. This is a 12 by 12, and it's combining the patterned cardstock and the solid cardstock, as you can see. So 1, 2, 3 of the cutouts, and there are some edging and the solid papers to mat the photographs. So works very nicely. Now you can see that there are large ones in the cutouts and there's some small ones too, but we're going to start this card with the large one. And let me just show you what those sheets look like, because this, as I said, is very different. So I'm going to have to back up again, Jeanette, sorry. So this is just one of the 12 sheets. So you're going to get 2 of that. And then on the back side, there's an all-over pattern. Same thing, this one, except there are some smallers, and you can see some smaller art. And then there's also some greetings, and then the back side. Now, I do this same thing for you in the what we call the product video, but I just wanted you to see it on the webisode. And again, patterns. And there we go again with these, with more greetings, and on the back, and more. So this is why you get so many. So it's quite a departure for us, but I hope you like it. I just think they're gorgeous. That's the background. You saw that on the 12 by 12 scrapbook page. And then these are the cutouts, more of the typical cutouts that we have, and then that pattern. So that pattern was used on our 5 by 6.5 inch card, as you can see here. So we'll get in closer to see that. And the cutout is this one, that very first one, because I just love it. I think it's so pretty. And what I did, let me just show you this. So there is the cutout, the large cutout, as I've worked with it, but here it is as it originally came. And I just decided to cover up postcard. I thought it was pretty. I think it was great to use it, but I wanted to do something different. So I went into the sheet with the another sheet, and it had Celebrating You, and that was white. So what I decided to do was to tone that down a bit. I didn't want it stark white. And although the artwork has some shading, I wanted to add a little bit more. So I used the Velvet Fawn ink pad with the blender brush on my mat and went ahead around there, but then I also dabbed it over the words, just tone them down a bit. The other thing, and we can get in closer to see, is I did a little bit of light distressing. So I'm hoping you can see on the edge there, it's sanded. Even though I inked it, I did sand it. And then I went in with my fingernail and just poked some pieces just to give it a little bit of the rough edge that is so indicative of this look. And I did use our sanding tool to do the sanding and then to kind of help poke those edges. The purple ribbon set is what I used for the bow right there. And then on the inside, I went to another sheet and pulled out this one. In fact, that's where the Celebrating You came from, so you can see how white it is. And so I did this piece, and this time I tore along the edge, really following the art that's right here, and just tore, inked it again with the Velvet Fawn, did the Keep Smiling, did the same thing. I made it darker. And then this is a sheet out of one of the other papers. In fact, it's on the back of this, that is right here. And I did just ink the edge of that. So kind of a collage look here on the front, on the inside. So that was our first card. And then our second will go with Lene. And Lene has done this and just works really beautifully. Now, she really played up the white, so she wanted to leave the white card showing. And in this case, she used some of the paper doilies along with the 12 by 12 paper. So let me show you. This is the backing paper. You can do it vertically or horizontally. She elected to do it horizontally, but she also used that tan that is from the solids. So that is the first layer of her card. And then she took some of the cutouts, as you can see. So let me get in here. And, well, okay. So these are the smaller ones that are on the side, as I'm frantically looking to find it for you. Bear with me, please. Okay, here we go. So there is this piece right here. So she just trimmed it out as it's shown, and then she went into the cutting dies. And as I mentioned, this little vase, glass jar, mason jar, whatever you like. And I thought it was very clever that Lene went into the vellum. We have the vellum set that you get 4 sheets, I believe. And she colored it, and I'm not sure that that's always known, but she used the teal with, and she likes to use the round tool, so she used that and then glued it there. But before, she went ahead and used the cutting die to do her flowers, and the flowers are all done out of the solid colors, so you can see the yellow and the tan and the green. So all of those are right there. And just place them. She did foam tape some of the pieces up, so that's nice. The doilies up there, she's got 2 of them. These are our 4-inch doilies. The design has just recently changed, so you can see it used here. So she put one, layered them, and then trimmed them to fit onto this piece, so that worked nicely. The Thinking of You, that is from the die cuts, or excuse me, yes, the die cuts right there. So that's just going to pop right out. She foam taped that in place, so that gives us a nice look for the front of the card. I guess we need to back up just a smidge. Then the inside, she has used the stripe again, but this time just a narrow 1/2-inch piece. And then here is a larger piece with some jute. And then this is also one of the cutouts, those 124, and in that she has also placed some dazzles. And so the dazzles come from our We're Together More colors, and that is a brown. That friend with the heart is a brown, and that just works really nicely with all the tones of this. Now, Lene used the gingerbread ink pad on actually all 4 of the cards I'm about to show you, on this one and the next 3. So I just wanted to tell you that to make sure that you knew. So inside the large, and the front just a smaller one with all the decorations, really nicely done. Okay, now we're going to go to our next card. And this one is looking a little different. This is a 5-inch star card. Now you can take the 5 by 6.5-inch ones and trim them down, or you can go with the hunky-dory set of 5 by 5 cards that comes with envelopes, your choice. And I thought this was clever. What Lene did is that she has taken, and I'm reaching to get them for you, she has taken 2 pieces of 4.5-inch square pieces to make this kind of pocket in the front. So she took that and then just cut it at the angle. So then you've got 2 pieces, and then as you overlap them like this, that's going to create the pocket. So all you need to do when you're gluing this down to the blue sheet that is out of the solid, so that's going to be 4.5 by 4.5 also, again trimmed with gingerbread ink pad. When you glue those down, you just want to make sure that you only glue the edges down so that you can use this as a pocket. And let me just show you what she's done in her pockets. Stick that aside. Oh, by the way, the 2 colors that she used are, of course, these 2. They are on the back side of the 6 by 6 paper collection. And so she has done this, and I thought this was clever to have the small one and then the smaller one just foam taped right there, so that when you put it in, that can just lean over the edge of your pocket. Here is another one. Again, you can see the gingerbread around the edge, so that can slip right in there. And then she's also got a strip. Now you saw that stripe a little bit earlier with the 12 by 12, but this is the 6 by 6, so it's smaller. And isn't this pretty? So that is one of the cutouts. And let me show that to you. So actually, that's one of the die cuts. I am so sorry. Well, I can show that to you. There it is. So it's echoing the stripe, and I think that's just really nice. Now the thank you and the flowers all comes from the chipboard, as you can see. So thank you's right there. So she used the ink pad. She used the Prussian blue on the thank you. So just again, putting it on with that blending tool. And then for the flowers, she used the tri-blend markers. Doing the markers because it was just a little bit fiddly going into the green stems and the yellow flowers. So she used light yellow and light green. And people tell me still they absolutely love these because you get 3 shades in one pen. So that's really nice. Now that's the front of her card. Going to the inside of her card, notice she has the fold at the top. She has done the same thing where she's got more of the cutout. She's done a collage look, kind of like what I did. So she's got the back of the paper. This one is glued down, but this one is foam tape. So these are all from the paper collection. More of the chipboard flowers, just doing a really nice job. Now, Lene did, in her art right there, in coloring, really just kind of coloring one shade. But there, I mentioned the lines in the chipboard, and I wanted to show this to you. So if we can get in really close to that, this is on the package. You see those lines? Well, they really give more depth and dimension, and you can see what a nice job, especially they do on the leaves. So this is just another way of coloring with those tri-blend markers. Just works beautifully, as I'm sure you agree. Now, I do want to tell you that Lene wanted to, we kind of had a difference of opinion, so let me tell you. You see the 124 cutouts, and you saw some of the sheets like this. Well, there is a patterned paper on the back, as you've seen, and she was just concerned that people would want to use all 124, and if they did that, they wouldn't be able to use the back. Well, okay, that's true. But I also had a comment from Jane Sprano, and Jane said, and I'm quoting, Deciding which side to use is a great problem to have. So you've got two options. So thank you, Jane. That was sweet of you. So what Lene has done, I am leading up to something. Lene has decided to add another paper pack to this collection because, you know, 124 is what she wanted to use. So she has added the meadow blooms. So that's really fun. So this is a tent card. Now, this is the 7x5 tent card from Hunky Dory, and she has placed it on its side so that the fold is over here, and I'll show that to you as soon as I take the belly band off. So the belly band is going right there, and we'll do the card right here. So as you can see, it goes like that, and here's the belly band. Now, she used craft paper to do the base of her card, again letting it be white on the edges, but then she did color it with the gingerbread. And then this green is also from the meadow blooms, okay? And you see there's this a kind of check that has some flowers at the bottom, kind of ghosted back. But then she's taken these same cutouts. But what she's done is she has placed them onto a double tag. So she had her craft cardstock, folded it in half, and placed the tag on it and trimmed around, and then she had this. And you can see that she put some meadow blooms there. She did the same thing there. Isn't that pretty? And she did the same thing there. Now, I have a thought for you. I noticed that Lene did not put anything on the inside of those, and I thought, well, since the belly band is proclaiming happy birthday, we'll get to this in a minute, I thought, why don't we just put some dazzles there, right? Why not? So I have the happy birthday dazzles. This is the birthday dazzles, and there are 3 pieces in here. And the reason why I'm showing this to you, well, because I wanted to give you the option, but also there is brown, and of course brown, there's brown, white, and gold. But the brown is going to be fun here. So with that happy birthday, you could take, oh, let's eat cake and put it there. And you could put, oh, maybe make a wish. Maybe I should show it like that. Make a wish and let it go sideways. And then maybe take the great big candle and maybe some of the stars and things and put it there. That would be fun. Or you could go into the happy birthday with balloons, which is the same, this one, but there's lots of balloons in here. Okay, show them to you. And that might be fun. You could do lots of different colors and let the balloons be along with that birthday candle. So that's one way you could do it. Just wanted to give you options. On the inside, Lene very cleverly just tore a corner, and then there is a cutout from the book, and the Just For You is also one of the cutouts. She has used the purple ribbons, as you can see, just a knotted one there, and then a flower, and this comes from the, it is called, as she is pausing, trying to read it, Janice Birds and Bees collection. So you can see you've got different purples, you've got some burgundy and a pink. She's just used the purple there, but with the belly band, there's more things. Now, this belly band to go around this is 14 inches long. Nope, it's 15 inches. See my note? 15 inches by 1 inch. So that means you're going to have it in 2 pieces, okay? So you're going to cut the 12-inch by 1 inch, and then you're going to cut another piece to be that 15. So when you wrap this around your card, you just want to make sure that you can still slide this and simply overlap the pieces. And Lene has overlapped them where she's going to put this cutout and this cutout. So those are in the book or in the pad. And then she's done the ribbon, knotted ribbon at the side, more of those really pretty flowers. And we like those flowers because they're small, but we also like them because they're a little flat, and that works nicely. So you can see, I'm just going to slip that on, and you've got your happy birthday. Nicely job. Okay, now keeping in mind Lene's idea of wanting to be able to cut out all 124 or 248, whichever you like, she has used something else. So let me show you. This is a pocket with a tag in it. Now this is the same idea. You can put it onto the papers. Now these are different papers because she has selected another group, and this is from wildflowers. How pretty is that? Now the reason why she selected the wildflowers is because they are on the Botanical Library, as you can see right there. So she placed this onto the wildflowers paper, same idea, along the fold, trimmed it out. You've got a really nice little card almost. Now, we'll get back to the chipboard in just a second, but I want to go to how you're going to get these. And what Lene used is our tag in a bag. And this has been so popular. I think we have reordered this multiple times. And you're going to get 2 of the cutting dies. And you get the bag, and here is the bag. And please notice it has that serrated top and serrated right here, just like a real bag. And you get it in one piece. You simply fold them over and tuck in the bottom so that you have a pocket. And you can see that she has used one of the cutouts there. And this is the tiny words and phrases hello right there. And then she has also, as I said, created this. Celebrate is also from the tiny words and phrases, as is the happy birthday. And it's pretty having it there, so you've got room to write. Now, this chipboard also has been colored. Now, in this case, Lene used the sponge daubers, and you can see why she did that. Because she wanted to have just that edge and let it be kind of white in the middle, and the green for the leaves. And again, they're just kind of modeled a bit, so that's where the daubers work. And for colors, she used the hot pink, and she used khaki. Khaki is just very, very useful. And for her, let's see, for her ribbons, you can see the dotted one there. That comes from the magenta and dark pink collection, so you can see how nicely that goes. And this little bit right here, that is from the die cuts, and you can see it right there, so it just makes that easy. Circles are kind of tricky to cut out, so it's nice to have that already cut for you. And here is the sheet. This was the one I used on the first card. This is what she has done here, and I thought it was really brilliant of her to bring in the wildflowers papers, so that wildflower paper pack, so that they kind of go together and the colors work beautifully together. Isn't that nice? Okay, you have got a lot of ideas and ways to use these, and you can make the giant decision as to if you want to be able to do all 124 of the cutouts, or if you want to use those background papers along with them. So that's kind of fun and nice. So as I'm bringing all of the pieces out, you can see, again, all the pieces. We always do this. We always make them a whole group that are absolutely coordinated so that you can use them interchangeably, or take Lene's suggestion and maybe bring in some wildflowers or some meadow blooms that will do nicely with your botanical library. Okay. There is a money saver, of course. It's on the right-hand side of the screen. There are the list of supplies that is done with each of the 5 projects this time. Down below, just click on them. And hopefully I've given you enough information that that you can recreate them with the use of this webisode. If you're watching us on YouTube, we hope you will like us. We hope you'll subscribe. Head on over to Paper Wishes. Take advantage of that money saver. Check out all of the products, because a lot of things were used here, and see if there's something that you just can't live without. I bet there is. Lene, thank you so much. Just done a great job, and thank you for giving us a lot of options. And Jane Sprano, thank you so much for chiming in and giving me another comment to share. Most of all, I want to thank you for being the very best part of Paper Wishes. We'll see you next time. But wait, I forgot. want to talk to you about the subscription. Now, if you are interested in getting the whole collection, but maybe you don't need the cutting dies, we have a deal for you. It's called I Want It All subscription. It's on the right-hand side of your screen. You will save 20% off of the collection, which is nice. You will get it before the webisode airs, so that's always nice too. And because there are ideas on the packages, you get ideas ready to go. So that's one option. Now, if you have a die cutting machine and you really want to be able to use those, this is your option. It's called I Really Want It All. And that's going to work really nicely. Again, you're going to save 20%. Now, that's not a bad deal. You're also going to get this before the webisode, so you get 7 ideas on the packaging. And this will come to you every month because every month we do one new collection. So if you're interested, over on the right-hand side of your screen. Okay, now I'm really done. See you next time.